Yo, what's up, BeBackGaming crew? Today, we're diving into the chaotic, loot-filled world of Borderlands 4. Gearbox is back with a new planet, new vault hunters, and billions of guns. Yep, they're still counting. This is a non-sponsored review, so you're getting my raw, honest thoughts after sinking. X hours, for example, 20 hours into the game. Is this the looter shooter we've been waiting for, or does it fizzle out? Stick around for gameplay breakdowns, my take on the new characters, and whether Borderlands 4 is worth your hard-earned cash. Hit that like button if you're hyped, subscribe if you're new, and let's get to it. Let's start with the story and setting. Borderlands 4 takes us to a brand new planet, not Pandora this time, but insert confirmed or speculative planet name, for example, Alara, a hidden world ruled by a ruthless tyrant. Think dystopian sci-fi meets Borderlands signature chaos. You're one of 4 new vault hunters breaking free from this oppressive regime, hunting for an ancient Iridian vault packed with secrets. The setup feels fresh but familiar, classic Borderlands with a darker, more grounded tone. Closer to the original game than Borderlands 3's meme-heavy vibe, as Gearbox promised. The writing? It's a mixed bag. The humor lands better than Borderlands 3, with sharp one-liners and less reliance on internet slang. Claptrap is still the king of annoying but lovable, voiced by Jack Black in a nod to the movie Don't Worry. It works here. The main villain is intriguing but doesn't hit Handsome Jack's iconic status yet. Side quests are where the story shines, packed with quirky NPCs and absurd scenarios, like a bandit chef who cooks explosive pies. My only gripe, the main plot feels a bit predictable early on, but it picks up around the 10-hour mark. No spoilers, but expect some wild twists. Now, let's talk gameplay, the heart of any Borderlands game. Borderlands 4 is a looter shooter through and through. Run, gun, loot, repeat. But Gearbox has added some spicy new mechanics. First, the movement feels smoother than ever. You've got aerial dash while running, and a grappling hook for zipping around like a sci-fi ninja. It's not Destiny levels of fluidity, but it makes combat arenas feel dynamic. The new planet's verticality, like scaling neon skyscrapers or diving into alien canyons, really shows off these upgrades. Gunplay is as satisfying as you'd expect. With billions of weapons, you're constantly swapping between shotguns, that sing opera, and sniper rifles that spawn black holes. Gearbox overhauled drop rates, so legendaries feel rewarding without flooding your inventory like in Borderlands 3. Co-op is still a blast, supporting up to 4 players with seamless drop-in, drop-out. I played with friends on PS5, and the chaos of 4 vault hunters unloading abilities is peak Borderlands, but it's not perfect. The vehicle controls are still clunky. Sorry, Gearbox, you haven't nailed that yet, and some missions drag with fetch quest vibes, though the banter keeps them bearable. Overall, the gameplay loop is addictive, with enough tweaks to keep veterans engaged, while staying accessible for newcomers. The new vault hunters are a huge highlight. Borderlands 4 introduces 4 fresh faces, each with distinct playstyles and deeper RPG elements than before. Without spoiling too much, you've got speculative examples, a cyber monk with telekinetic powers, a rogue mechanic with a drone buddy, a beast-taming sniper, and a pyromaniac brawler. Each has a unique action skill and skill tree that lets you mix and match abilities for crazy builds. My favorite so far, the cyber monk. Their telekinetic slam can yeet enemies into orbit, and pairing it with a skill that boosts elemental damage feels god tier. The skill trees are more complex than Borderlands 3, with strategic choices that reward experimentation. Want to spec into co-op buffs or solo survivability? You can. Customization is nuts to think wild skins, emotes, and even voice lines for your hunter. The downside, balancing isn't perfect. The brawler feels underpowered in late-game content compared to the others. Still, Gearbox's commitment to unique character identities makes every vault hunter a joy to play. Visually, Borderlands 4 is a stunner on next-gen platforms. I played on PS5, and the cel-shaded art style pops with vibrant colors and detailed environments. The new planet's biomes, from glowing alien jungles to cyberpunk slums, are a feast for the eyes. Particle effects, like explosions and elemental splashes, are next level, and the 60 FPS performance mode is buttery smooth. That said, I had a few hiccups. Texture popping happened a couple of times, and I had one crash during a 4-player co-op session. Nothing game-breaking, but Gearbox might need a day 1 patch. On PC, early reports suggest solid optimization, though you'll want a beefy rig for max settings. Compared to Borderlands 3, this is a big step up, but don't expect a total reinvention. It's still unmistakably Borderlands. Let's talk loot, the soul of Borderlands. Borderlands 4 delivers with a capital D. The loot system is refined, with smarter drop rates and more meaningful rewards. Legendaries feel special, and each weapon has unique quirks, like a pistol that insults enemies before shooting them. The progression system ties into the RPG elements, with skill points, gear mods, and artifacts that let you fine-tune your build. Endgame content looks promising, with raid bosses and mayhem modes returning. Though I haven't dug too deep to avoid spoilers, my only complaint: inventory management is still a chore, even with UI improvements. Sorting through 50 guns after a boss fight can feel like a second job. Still, the thrill of chasing that perfect drop keeps you hooked. So, is Borderlands 4 worth your time? Absolutely, if you're a looter-shooter fan. It's not a revolution, but it's a polished evolution of everything that makes Borderlands great: chaotic combat, hilarious writing, and an endless hunt for loot. The new planet and vault hunters breathe fresh life into the formula, though some rough edges like clunky vehicles and minor bugs hold it back from perfection. I'm giving it an 8.5/10, a must-play for series vets and a great entry point for newcomers. What do you think? Are you grabbing Borderlands for day one, or waiting for a sale? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the convo going. If you enjoyed this review, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and check out our Borderlands 3 retrospective link below. This is BeBackGaming, and I'll see you in the next one.